welcome to this week's Seconds Out. Now, I would like to say that my two guests this week are two local boys, seeing as we had a Geordie on last week, but I'd be lying if I said that, because we've got a Brummie, Mr. Frankie Gavin. Frankie, how's it going? You're going to slap me then. And Crolla, who is a local boy.
Okay.
But the main thing is on this show is we have lads who are training in Manchester, because this is not Channel Birmingham, Frankie, it's Channel Manchester. So,
I'm adopted now, so it's alright.
And you support United, don't you?
Nah, Birmingham City.
Birmingham City?
No, I like Man United, yeah.
Do you? Yeah. Oh, fair play to you for admitting it. Tell us a little bit about yourself first, because we know all about Crolla. We just saw him there on the titles. He's been running up and down them steps for us now for 3 years, hasn't you?
Yeah.
But tell us a bit about yourself, Frankie. We know that you were the name that didn't manage to get out to the Olympics last summer.
Yeah, I didn't make the Olympics because I grew a bit in weight, so it just didn't happen in the end. But in 2007, I became the first British person ever to win the world title. I've won a few ABA titles, so hopefully now I've just turned professional, so hopefully I'll have a promising career in the pro ranks.
That was in... did you manage to watch last week's show with Tony Jeffries on? That was out in Chicago with him, wasn't it? You won the gold.
Yeah. 6 fights in 10 days. So.
It was hard going, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one had ever done it before, had they?
No, but it was more struggling with the weight. What was the problem? But it was good, yeah.
Is that the main problem then, when you didn't go to the Olympics, just making the weight?
Yeah, I've been at the weight for 5 years, so it was too long really, and I was boxing at the weight above in normal tournaments. So I think we all knew that I was not a natural lightweight, so it was obviously going to happen, and it happened in the Olympics, which I didn't want it to, but there's nothing you can do when it did. Was your body still growing, and you know, like physically? Oh, definitely. I'm a lot bigger now than when I first moved up to lightweight in 2003.
Yeah.
But it just happens, and it happened at the Olympics, so I've just got to move on from that, really.
I heard you were in the pub and couldn't be bothered. That's not true, then?
No, that's true as well, yeah. That's true. Nah, I've done my best, and just in the end, it weren't good enough.
Yeah. Crolla, what's it been like in the gym? Because he's gone all quiet now, the programme started, but he's got quite a mouth on him, really, hasn't he?
Now he's the joker of the gym, well, him and Stephen Bell.
There's a few in your gym now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a few. But it's good atmosphere and that. But no, it's good to have in the gym, and, you know, it's good sparring and that. And like you just said, the things he's done as an amateur, I'm sure he'll be able to do as a professional as well. You know, have a great pro career. Yeah,
and he is, I mean, before I met him, I only met him last week, but I've heard a lot about him. I was chatting to Bob Shannon, he was raving on about him, you know, about what a good fighter he is. And obviously Arnie's seen something in him as well.
I've slipped him a tenner, though.
Did you? Is that what it is? And obviously Arnie's keen on him to get him down to, you know, to come up to Manchester to train. So it's a long way to come as well, isn't it? But there's obviously something about him.
Well, I thought it shows, like, you know, he's dedicated and that. It's to, you know, to move away from
some great pubs in Manchester.
Yeah. And a better football team.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, definitely.
So what do you do? Do you commute? Do you come up every day to train, or what?
I live in Manchester now.
Right.
I live in Failsworth for all the ladies and that.
Yeah.
Come in.
Some nice girls in Failsworth, yeah.
I don't know, I don't look.
So tell us about your amateur career then, because that was obviously a pretty good career. How many fights? What was your record?
I had 128, lost 20. I lost a lot when I was younger, but I've lost 3 out of my last 60. I know my last 30 as an amateur. I haven't lost for a few years. And I won a few ABAs, 4 Nations, Commonwealth Games, World Championships. And I think I would have won the Olympics. I beat the kid who won the gold, but in the end it didn't happen. But now I'm a professional. That's nothing now.
Yeah.
I'm a novice in the pro ranks, so I'm going to have to go and prove myself all over again.
Were you gutted then, in the summer, watching the Olympics on the telly?
I was gutted, yeah, because I was watching people do well who I've beat. And I'm sure the lad who went out the way above, I would have beat him from England, so it's one of them things.
It's pretty strict in it as well, the way, all the rules and regulations and everything.
Yeah, it is, but it's just, you got to stick to it. I stuck to it every other tournament, it's just, in the end, it just weren't meant to be, so it never happened.
So you're a light welterweight, aren't you?
I'm a light welterweight now, yeah.
10 stone.
10 stone now.
How do you think you do against the big boys that are running about in that weight at the moment?
Well, I think I'll be fine, yeah. Just a bit of time and experience. I might let Ricky out and come up and play at the jab soon, but we'll see how it goes.
This is his game, isn't it, Crolla? He's hit the jab game. Have you played it with him?
Yeah, he's tried it with me, but no, yeah, I've played it a few times, yeah. Eat the jab, yeah.
Yeah. Is he good? Is he fast?
What's that?
Is he fast?
Yeah, he's fast, good at what he does.
Yeah.
But I'm fed up of playing it now, so...
It's good sparring in the gym with me, him and Stevie Bell.
Yeah.
As well, and Mikey Taylor gets beat up now and again by us, so it's good.
We're going to see Belly later on, getting his teeth done.
He's got small ears as well, Belly, so that's good. He's got really
yeah.
small ears.
So you don't catch them. No. What about yourself, Crolla? You came on Series 1 and 2, now you've come back to tell us about yourself in Series 3.
Back again, yeah. No, I've had 13 fights now. I think, you know, I've had a good start, you know, sort of since September to the season. I had sort of 3 fights close together from start of September till late October, and he avenged me only defeating that in that period, and then I boxed again just before Christmas. So 4 wins, careers, it's going well, and I'm boxing on the 14th of March on the American Marco Antonio Barrera bill. Yeah. So nice to box in Manchester, and also next week, I think it's next Tuesday, I think the purse bids go out to. I'm fighting Gary Sykes in a British title eliminator. I mean, Gary's a good lad, so that'll be made for a great fight, one I'm looking forward to. Oh, brilliant! Sounds like a good lineup, really. Yep. You must be excited, Frankie, when you hear about the boys getting on them sort of builds already.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I can't wait to be doing it myself. But I'm at a good gym with all Frank Warren fighters, so that's good. We'll hopefully all be on the same bills together. Yeah. And I just can't wait to fight now. I'm getting fitter every day. So.
I heard a rumour you were going to stick one on me as well today. What have I done to you?
I was just going to put you down just because I seen that Gomez couldn't, so I thought...
Sure he did. Right, let's see, we're going to see your mate Steve Bell now, sort of giving us a bit of information about getting a gum shield.
I've come here to see my pal Nigel Marsh, who's an orthodontist, to get myself a gum shield done. Well, I've got one of these, which is an impression that's made from your dentist. Let's go and see what you can do with it.
Ricky Atten's our most famous customer, but these are all custom made and it's quite top secret, really.
Oh, is it?
It's going to pull it down for you now, Steve, like I said. Right, he's put the clear on first of all, so that's going to fit your mouth perfectly. Because obviously, with you being boxing, you don't want your jaw broke, obviously. So that fits absolute snug. And then we'll put the pink on top for you, and then we'll fit it for you. You should be all right to take it away today, seriously.
So will this stop me from getting knocked out?
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
So if anyone that wants a gum shield, could they come to you, obviously?
What they do, go to their dentist, get an impression, and then bring it to me. We'll do the model, and then whatever colour they want, a choice of hundreds of colours. You can have motifs, whatever you want. And we'll do it for you.
So you can have your name put in, right?
You can have your name put in, you can have whatever you want, really.
So how do you put the pigment now on top of that?
Right, same way you just did it there. What he does, he roughens that up, he's going to get that to the shape of your mouth, yeah, and then he'll draw that down again, and the heat generated off that machine, and then that melts and just suck it straight down onto it. Right, he's now going to pull the pink down on top of the white. He's got your name thing in between it. Let's have a look. There you go.
What's that do now?
Well, then he sprayed it before. That means it just cools it down straight away, so it's not going to move. This has probably took as long as one of your fights last.
Oh, what's he doing here?
Right, just flaming it over now to make it smooth again, because obviously while you're in there, your tongue will go up to it. Yeah. Any roughness on there, your tongue's going to be attracted to it, so it's got to be as comfortable fit as it can be for you, yeah?
And can you put any names on the front, or any...
You can have anything on. You can have motifs on the front. I know we did one for Matthew a bit ago, and he wanted magic on the front, and things like that. You can put things in for him as well, any just to personalise it, really.
Yeah, sure.
Like I said, I mean, we put your name in there, but you can have whatever you want. I mean, if you ever win a fight, we could put winner in. Yeah. Just try it in for us, Steve. Yeah. Make sure. But as normal, we bang on. Absolutely bob on. All right. Comfy. Oh, sounds big. I like that.
A bit like a glove.
Yeah. You'd get a glove in there, wouldn't you? You heard.
Glove.
All right, mate. Nice seeing you again. All right, pal. Yeah. Look after yourself. Good luck in your next fight as well. Hey, don't forget your little present. Here you are, your nice little present. I'll see you later.
All right, God bless, man.
All right, yeah. Look after yourself, Steve.
So there you go. Yeah. All you need to do to get a gum shield on.
I don't see what the problem is with his ears, me. I mean, I don't know what you keep going on about, Frankie.
That's why he turned pro, because he couldn't fit him in his head guard in the amateurs.
Nice one, Belly, if you're watching. He gets mentioned every week now, Belly. He gets mentioned more than Ricky, doesn't he? There's some good fighters from the Midlands. We were on about this the other week. You've got Macklin, he trains up here as well.
Matthew Macklin, he trains.
He's going to be taking on Alcock soon, isn't he?
Yeah, then we've got Tom Costello from Birmingham. He's a good lad. He's on my bill on the 28th in Birmingham. And there's a good few lads up there. Wayne Alcock, Macklin, that's a fight coming up soon. Yeah. There's a lot of good amateurs coming through as well.
And your gym is in Acock's Green, where my cousins are?
Yeah, Hall Green, Acock's Green.
Who also watch the show, so
yeah,
I'll
so you never know. If I find out who they are, I might go and give them a hiding.
Yeah. Quality. Right, in the new year, you've obviously got to wait for your new fight, your professional fight and all the rest of it.
Yeah, February the 28th, that is.
What's the plans after that fight? You just take one fight at a time, see what happens?
One fight at a time, yeah. Well, people keep asking me when I'm ready for a British title and that, but I'm not really looking on that. I'm just kind of trying to stay undefeated and that. And hopefully I will in that gym. I've got good sparring with the likes of Anthony, Stevie and them.
Eat the jab.
Yeah, they play Eat the Jab. I think I'm sparring Craig Watson next week, I got told.
He'll kill you.
There's some good sparring. So he can come down as well and he can have a go at that game. He's going to be a good spar, he's a good lad, so
yeah,
he's good, yeah.
2009 for you, Mr. Crolla?
Yeah, I want a title this year. Like I was saying
Central
earlier.
area, be perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Is
going to be tired then?
No, yeah, I'm tired with that.
Yeah.
I'm fighting. So, like I said, I'm fighting Gary Sykes before May. Sometime before May in the British title eliminator. So, like I was saying, that's going to be an hard fight. But hopefully, I come through that, and a British title shot down the line. Later this year.
Yeah.
This year, like I say, I want to make it a big year. And like I said, I feel like I'm improving all the time, sparring the likes, Frankie and that, and a good sparring. I'm getting the gym with the other lads. I'm just, I feel like the last few months I'm really come on.
Yeah.
I'm really, learning new things and stuff like that. I mean, you're always learning in this game.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like, the last few months I've really learned a lot. And, I'm just looking forward to, putting it into practice.
What, you're now 21?
I've just turned 22, well, a bit before Christmas, turned 22 in November.
23 hours last year.
Loads of time, isn't it? Yeah. Right, lads, we're going to take a short break now. Right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes' time with the two boys. See you then. Welcome back to part 2 of Seconds Out with Anthony Crolla, the super featherweight. He's won defeat.
In 13.
Sorry to bring that up, I was trying to think of the record.
Since been avenged.
Yeah, and just like last week's guest, Frankie, none as a professional.
Still undefeated.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. But I bet you can't wait to get on them pro ranks, can you?
Definitely not, no. It's a really good show as well. It's got me, James DeGale, Billy Joe Saunders, the lads from the Olympics, Matt Skelton for Martin Rogan for the European heavyweight title. I think that's the Commonwealth, so they're not putting the European on it.
Right, is this down in Birmingham?
So that's a big show. Don Broadhurst is on it, the super flyweight Commonwealth champion.
Yeah.
So that's a good fight. And then there's Steve Bendel and Dan McDermott for the English middleweight title. So some good.
And if somebody wanted tickets, how would we find out about this?
There's loads of posters around, and if you go on Frank Warren TV, there's someone there. But there's a good few posters as well.
What does it mean to a lad like yourself getting on with the likes of Frank Warren as well?
Yeah, it's very good, yeah. I know he's interested in me before the Olympics, because I was going to go in 2006 after the Commonwealth Games, but I decided to wait on. Wish I never know, but I still went and won another ABAs in the world since then, so I've had a good amateur career. But he's just brilliant being with Frank Warren. I think he's the best promoter in Britain, if not the world. I'm being in Arnie's gym. I think I'm with the biggest up-and-coming gym in Britain. Yeah.
We always talk on the show about the decision to turn from amateur to pro. How do you know it was the right time for you?
I achieved everything by the Olympics, and I'm not going to wait another 4 years and then just jeopardise my professional career when that happens. So I just thought it was too long to wait. I gave it my best shot, and in the end I just couldn't do it really with the weight. But now I'm professional. I'm just putting everything I've got into that. I've just had a baby 6 weeks ago called
You're looking
Thomas.
well for it.
So yeah, the missus just had a baby. But so that's good. I've got something to. I'm not just looking on myself now.
Yeah.
But I think I've given my son the best upbringing he can have.
That make you grow up a little bit?
Definitely, yeah. No, I don't grow up, but it's making me try harder. I'm thinking more about giving him a better life. Yeah. Definitely.
Crolla, you didn't have as many amateur fights as that, did you?
No, I turned a little bit earlier. I think my style I thought was more suited to the professionals. I sort of fell out of love with the amateur game a little bit, and I just my style was more suited I think to the professionals. Professional games, so I turned a little bit earlier and to try and make establish myself in the pro game, and I've, no regrets totally. I'm glad what I've done, and like I said, I've had a good few years as a pro now. I say this year now it's my third year as a pro now, so this is the year, like I say before, what start aiming for titles and stuff.
Yeah. And it's in the blood as well, isn't it? Because your dad was a fighter.
Yeah, my dad was a fighter. He took me from he took me to the gym from being a little kid, to my old amateur club, Fox. So it was in me. I suppose it was in me a little bit, but I loved, yeah. And I was in, like I said, I was in the gym from a little kid, and I love being around. But even now, I still go back to my old amateur gym a few times a week, and I'll spend a little time with the kids. I've got my little brother. He's started now. He's only 10, but he's 10. But think he'd be better off doing another sport. There's easier sports out there.
Everyone says that, but it's going to be hard if his dad and now his older brother that he looks up to are doing it.
He wants to do it as well. I think.
Was your dad any good?
What's that?
Was your dad any good?
Yeah, my dad was, he was a decent, boxer, amateur and pro. But it was different for my dad then. The same money wasn't in it, back then. He was juggling, his career with a job, and then he was doing the house up and stuff like that. He couldn't just commit himself
Then came along
100%.
him.
Yeah.
So, 100% to training. That people don't realise, back then it was a lot harder. We've got more, chances now.
Yeah.
Obviously sponsors help a lot. Do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, because you lads don't work, do you? You don't do another job.
No.
So how do you make your money? Just from sponsorships and?
Yeah, just make enough money to spend the time in Sandy's Superstars every week.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm guessing.
Yeah,
nice one.
I've seen you walking out of there when I walked in.
Season ticket. Right, let's get some action now. This is the North West Region ABAs in the Schoolboy Championships a few weeks ago. Take a look at this.
Your winner of that contest, referee on the start of the contest, of the North West Region, WH Bridgewater South. Big hand for both boys, thank you.
Lively little characters then, weren't they?
Yeah, he's a good lad, Toby Yates. I've watched him a few times. Yeah, we was on about, being in the blood. I might be wrong, so I'm sorry, Toby, if I did get this wrong, but I'm sure his dad was a great, real good amateur back then. I don't know if I think he turned pro as well, but I mean, he was one of the top lads around that day. I forgot his name. Bobby. I forgot it, but obviously he's passed it down. Like I say, hopefully I'm right.
No, it was good little fight, that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. He was the kid. The other kid was, he was a tough kid as well. Yeah. But his boxing was very good there, Toby. And was that in the schoolboys? Was that all the boys clubs or something? Yeah. Like I said, hopefully he'll go all the way in them. He's from a good amateur club himself in Bridgewater with him.
Yeah. When you were doing like dinner shows like that, the smoking ban wouldn't have been in, would it? So the place would have been full of smoke and stuff.
Yeah. I boxed on a club show just before the Olympics.
Yeah.
Boxed a lad from London, like he was the weight above, I just gave it away. And there was loads of smoke in there.
It's horrible,
isn't it? Just boxing in a pub. You don't mind, when you're in there, you just think of having beaten the other person, don't you? So you don't think of the smoke.
And the next day you're coughing and stuff.
Yeah. It hits you hard sometimes when you're boxing, full of smoke, full of the heat. No air conditioning, that, sometimes.
So, when you left the gym in Birmingham, were they upset that you were decided to train in Manchester?
It was I was in the gym and I've been with the coach for 8-9 years in Hall Green. I was boxing other clubs, but he was my coach there. And he said to me when I was mentioning about bringing him on, he said, I don't want to make mistakes for you as a pro. He said, I don't know enough about the game to bring you on. And then I remember on the way out to meet Warren, I said to myself, I think I'm going to go back in the final, I'm going to go and look up there. And then when I went in there with Warren, I said, can you think of any coaches to go and look at? And his first one was at the final.
Yeah.
And I said, I was thinking about that anyway, because there you go, then go and look up there. And if that's good, stay there. And I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to stay there.
It's good that though, isn't it, Crolla? When you people like that, you know, bigging you up, bigging your gym up like that for you to come up to Arnie's.
Well, I mean, Arnie's got a good name now. He's you know, he's got a great name. Like Frankie said before, you know, he's got one of the best, you know, young stables, you know, around Britain now.
Yeah.
And but he does put the hours in. You know, he really puts the hours in, and he's like, say, he's not just a trainer. There's other thing. You know, he'll be phoning us a few times a day, checking how we are, and you know, we've done our run, and sometimes he'll do it with us. You know, make sure, you know, he really does put the hours in. So you know, I'm glad he's sort of seen the rewards for it.
You have a good laugh there as well, don't you?
Yeah, there's some atmosphere in the gym.
He's really clever, Arnie, look.
Yeah,
really clever. He's not one bit punchy or nothing, that's what's good.
Not one bit.
I don't think I've ever been down to that gym without at least one of you getting your beanbag out.
Should we get it out now?
Nah, it's not that sort of show, Frankie, but I don't know what's going on. The male bonding goes a bit too far for me when I'm down there.
I think it's just Arnie and Stevie, really.
Yeah.
Right, you know what you have to do now, boys, because we've run out of time. You're southpaw, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm southpaw.
Oh, no. You're not going to show off, are you?
Just one left hand, that's it.
Promise?
Yeah.
I've got it on camera. I'll take you to court and everything, honestly.
Yeah. You put your best foot in the other pad, haven't you?
Hey?
Best foot in the other pad.
Well, we'll do Crolla first, because he's orthodox. He's not a left-handed freak. Are you
you
left-handed, by the way?
No, bro, you just said it, ain't you?
What?
You just like me now, ain't you? Call me a freak, innit?
No, I just don't understand southpaw. It's dead weird.
James to go, he's right-handed, but he's a southpaw.
Right. When you fight a southpaw, is it awkward for you as well?
I love fighting southpaws, mate.
Do you?
I really prefer it, yeah.
Go on, Crolla. One shot only, my man. Yeah. I've got to say, last week's has been the hardest so far.
Who was that? Tony Jeffries?
Yeah.
Big Tony Jeffries.
Oh, my God. He nearly took my shoulder off.
That's it.
That's good. Not bad.
I know he's going to slag me now, the prick.
Right. I'll put it on my left hand, shall I? Oh, it doesn't matter, actually, does it?
Does, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
You're just saying that, so it's...
No, I do.
Right.
Just throw it over. I was going to hit you in the belly there.
Have you done it?
No, yeah.
Shall I get me on back? That was good. Not bad.
Not bad.
I don't think I'm going to get tougher than...
I think you thought I was going to hit you in the belly then, didn't you?
I did. I was tense as that. Right, listen, lads, thanks for coming on. Just one more time. When did you fight again? February?
The 28th, the NIA, Birmingham.
28th, and hopefully we'll mention it near the time. People can get tickets. Yeah. And Crolla?
March 14th, MEN Arena on the big Amir Khan, Michael.
That won't need any publicity at all, will it? Frankie, lovely to meet you, fella. Nice one, mate. Crolla, good to see you again, mate. Good luck to both of you. Right, that's it for this week. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.